Have you ever stopped to consider how the wisdom of ancient philosophers could hold the key to unlocking your potential as a leader in today's fast-paced world? Picture this: Stoic thinkers, those quiet observers of human nature, who crafted principles that have withstood the test of time. Imagine weaving their timeless insights into your daily leadership approach, transforming challenges into opportunities and uncertainty into clarity. In this video, we're diving deep into 25 Stoic lessons that are not just philosophical ideas but practical tools designed to revolutionize your leadership style. Whether you're managing a team, steering a company, or simply leading your own life with purpose, these lessons promise to reshape the way you approach every decision, every interaction, and every moment of adversity. Stay with us and you'll uncover the hidden power of Stoicism, one lesson at a time, to become the leader you've always aspired to be. Let's begin by unpacking the profound Stoic principle of Amor Fati, which translates to love of fate. This concept invites us to fully embrace every moment, whether it brings joy or hardship, as an integral part of life's grand tapestry. For leaders, adopting this mindset is transformative. Rather than resisting what cannot be changed, Amor Fati teaches us to accept circumstances with grace and adapt with purpose. Consider Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and philosopher who lived through some of history's most turbulent times. His meditations are filled with reflections on accepting life's unpredictability and turning challenges into opportunities for growth. Aurelius faced countless adversities: wars, plagues, betrayal, but he never allowed external events to dictate his internal state. Instead, he viewed each trial as a chance to strengthen his resolve and deepen his wisdom. This mindset allowed him to lead with unwavering calm and resilience even in the face of chaos. Modern leaders can draw from this example by practicing a similar acceptance of life's uncertainties. When setbacks occur, Amor Fati encourages us to see them not as obstacles but as stepping stones to growth. Imagine encountering a project delay or an unforeseen market shift. Rather than dwelling on frustration, a leader embracing Amor Fati would ask, "How can I use this moment to learn and adapt?" By reframing difficulties as opportunities for improvement, leaders foster not only personal resilience but also inspire their teams to adopt a similar mindset. Moreover, embracing fate equips leaders with adaptability, a crucial skill in today's ever-changing world. When change is inevitable, resistance becomes futile. Instead, by loving what fate brings, leaders can pivot swiftly, make informed decisions, and keep moving forward. In doing so, they create an environment where challenges are met with optimism rather than dread, setting the stage for innovative solutions and lasting success. Shifting our focus now, let's explore another cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, Memento Mori, which translates to "remember that you will die." While this phrase might sound morbid at first, it carries a profound message for leaders about the importance of living with intention and purpose. Reflecting on mortality isn't meant to instill fear, but rather to awaken a sense of urgency and clarity in how we spend our time. For leaders, understanding that life is finite can transform the way decisions are made, priorities are set, and responsibilities are carried out. Ancient Stoics often meditated on death not as an endpoint but as a reminder to live fully and act decisively. Seneca, one of the most prominent Stoic thinkers, once wrote, "He who learns how to die unlearns slavery." This mindset encouraged leaders to break free from procrastination and complacency, focusing instead on what truly matters. When every action is viewed through the lens of limited time, even mundane tasks take on new significance. Leaders who embrace this principle find themselves less distracted by trivial concerns and more driven by meaningful goals. So, how can modern leaders integrate Memento Mori into their daily practices? Start by setting aside quiet moments to reflect on the impermanence of life. Ask yourself questions like, If today were my last, would I be proud of how I've spent my energy? Doing so fosters a deeper connection to your core values and helps align actions with long-term aspirations. Another practical approach is to conduct regular time audits, evaluating where energy is being wasted versus where it could be better invested. This exercise encourages efficiency and prioritization, ensuring that efforts are directed toward impactful endeavors. Additionally, consider adopting rituals that remind you of mortality's inevitability. Some leaders keep small mementos, such as a simple stone or object, at their workspace as daily symbols of transience. These tangible reminders encourage mindfulness and reinforce the importance of living authentically. By integrating Memento Mori into leadership practice, individuals create a framework for decision-making rooted in urgency and purpose, inspiring both themselves and their teams to strive for excellence every day. Building on the idea of urgency and purpose, let's now delve into two interconnected Stoic principles that are essential for leadership: control and acceptance. These lessons teach us to distinguish between what we can influence and what lies beyond our reach, offering a powerful framework for making decisions with clarity and focus. At the heart of Stoicism is the understanding that our energy is best spent on things within our control. Leaders who grasp this concept avoid wasting time on external factors they cannot change, allowing them to channel their efforts toward what truly matters. Imagine a Venn diagram with two overlapping circles, one labeled "What I can control" and the other "What I cannot control." The overlap represents the space where leaders can apply their influence effectively. This visualization helps leaders identify areas where action is possible and where resignation might be more prudent. For instance, while you may not control the actions of others, you do have dominion over your own reactions. Epictetus, a renowned Stoic philosopher, famously said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." By mastering this distinction, leaders learn to approach challenges with equanimity, focusing on solutions rather than dwelling on circumstances outside their power. Acceptance, the counterpart to control, teaches leaders to embrace the things they cannot alter. This acceptance does not mean resignation or apathy, but rather an acknowledgement of reality. When leaders accept external conditions they cannot change, they free themselves to concentrate on what they can improve. For example, a leader facing an unforeseen market downturn might initially feel powerless. However, by accepting the reality of the situation, they can redirect their efforts toward adapting strategies, reallocating resources, and fostering team resilience. Together, control and acceptance create a balanced mindset that equips leaders with the tools needed to navigate uncertainty. They provide a compass for decision-making, helping leaders prioritize actions that align with their values and goals. By mastering these principles, leaders not only enhance their effectiveness, but also inspire their teams to approach challenges with confidence and perspective. Turning our attention now to the Stoic principle of rationality over emotion, we uncover a cornerstone of effective leadership that emphasizes the power of clear thinking in high-pressure situations. At its core, Stoicism teaches us that emotions, while natural, can often cloud judgment and lead to poor decisions. Instead, leaders are encouraged to cultivate a mindset rooted in logic and reason, ensuring their choices are grounded in facts rather than fleeting feelings. History is replete with examples of leaders who have demonstrated this Stoic tenet through their actions. Take, for instance, the story of Ulysses S. Grant during the American Civil War. Despite the chaos of battle, Grant remained calm and composed, relying on strategic planning and rational decision-making to guide his troops. His ability to suppress panic and focus on actionable solutions earned him respect and admiration, proving that even in the heat of conflict, rationality can prevail. Modern leaders, too, can draw inspiration from such anecdotes. Consider a CEO faced with a sudden financial crisis. Instead of reacting impulsively to fear or anxiety, A Stoic approach would involve analyzing the situation objectively, identifying potential remedies, and implementing them methodically. By prioritizing reason over emotion, leaders inspire confidence in their teams, demonstrating that challenges can be met with clarity and purpose rather than panic. Moreover, Stoicism teaches that emotional detachment does not equate to indifference but rather to resilience. Leaders who practice rationality over emotion learn to manage their feelings without suppressing them entirely, channeling their energy into constructive problem solving. This balance allows them to make decisions that are both ethical and effective, aligning with the long-term goals of their organizations. In our fast-paced world, where uncertainty and pressure often dominate, embracing rationality over emotion is not just a philosophical ideal but a practical necessity for leadership success. As we move forward, let us explore how this principle can be applied to everyday scenarios, empowering leaders to navigate challenges with unwavering composure. Shifting our focus now to the profound concept of virtue as the goal, we delve into a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy that has timeless relevance for leadership. At its essence, ethical leadership revolves around the idea that true success is measured not merely by achievements or outcomes, but by the moral character and integrity one upholds while pursuing them. This principle teaches us that when leaders prioritize virtue, they foster an environment where trust and respect flourish, creating teams that feel valued and inspired to contribute meaningfully. In the Stoic worldview, virtue is considered the ultimate aim of all human endeavors. Applied to leadership, this means acting in a way that aligns with core ethical principles such as honesty, fairness, and empathy. A leader who prioritizes virtue sets a powerful example, demonstrating that the journey is just as important as the destination. For instance, consider a manager faced with a difficult decision regarding resource allocation. By choosing transparent communication and equitable distribution, even if it means short-term sacrifices, the leader communicates a commitment to fairness and integrity, reinforcing the team's confidence in their guidance. Moreover, virtue-centered leadership builds trust in ways that command and control approaches cannot. When team members see that their leader consistently acts with ethical intent, they are more likely to feel secure and empowered to voice ideas or concerns openly. This creates a culture of mutual respect where diverse perspectives are welcomed and collaboration thrives. Such environments not only enhance productivity but also cultivate loyalty, as people naturally gravitate toward leaders who demonstrate genuine care for their well-being and growth. Practically speaking, incorporating virtue as the goal into daily leadership practices involves reflection and action. Leaders can start by regularly examining their decisions through an ethical lens, asking themselves whether each choice adheres to their core values. They can also encourage open discussions about ethics within their teams, using real-world scenarios to explore how virtue applies to complex situations. By doing so, they not only lead by example but also empower their teams to uphold shared standards of integrity. Ultimately, prioritizing virtue transforms leadership from a mere pursuit of success into a vehicle for meaningful impact. It reminds us that the most enduring legacies are built not on power or influence alone, but on the unshakable foundation of ethical conduct. As we continue our exploration, let us examine how integrating this Stoic principle can redefine the way leaders inspire and engage their teams. Moving forward, let us now explore how the Stoic virtues of justice and courage work hand in hand to shape leaders who are not only fair but also decisive and inspiring. In the Stoic tradition, justice is more than just fairness. It involves an understanding of what is right and acting upon it for the greater good. When combined with courage, the willingness to stand firm in the face of adversity, these virtues form the backbone of ethical leadership. A leader who embodies justice approaches every situation with a commitment to fairness, ensuring that decisions are made based on principle rather than personal interest or bias. This means taking the time to understand diverse perspectives, considering the needs of all stakeholders, and striving to create equitable outcomes. However, justice without courage can lead to indecision or inaction. This is where courage steps in, empowering leaders to take bold steps even when the path is uncertain or fraught with challenges. Courage allows a leader to make tough calls, communicate difficult truths, and remain steadfast in their convictions despite external pressures. For example, imagine a leader tasked with implementing cost-cutting measures during a financial downturn. Justice would guide them to ensure that the burden is shared equitably among team members rather than disproportionately affecting one group. Courage, on the other hand, would enable them to communicate the reasoning behind these decisions transparently, addressing concerns head-on and inspiring trust through honesty and resolve. When justice and courage are woven together, they create leaders who inspire loyalty and admiration. Teams feel secure knowing their leader prioritizes fairness while having the strength to navigate turbulent waters. Such leaders cultivate an environment where individuals feel valued, understood, and empowered to contribute fully. Moreover, by modeling these virtues, they encourage team members to adopt similar values, fostering a culture of integrity and resilience. To integrate justice and courage into daily leadership practices, consider establishing transparent processes for decision-making, actively seeking input from all levels of your team, and openly discussing the rationale behind choices. Additionally, practice standing up for what is right, even when it is uncomfortable or unpopular. By doing so, you'll not only inspire others but also build a legacy rooted in fairness and unwavering determination. As we continue our journey through Stoic lessons, let us reflect on how these virtues can transform leadership into a force for positive change. Understanding the importance of perspective is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, and it plays a vital role in shaping effective leadership. By learning to zoom out and see the bigger picture, leaders can avoid the pitfalls of micromanagement and create an environment that nurtures innovation. Let's delve into how cultivating this broader view can transform the way you lead. When a leader becomes overly focused on small details, they risk losing sight of the overarching goals and vision. This tendency, known as micromanagement, not only stifles creativity but also demotivates team members who feel their autonomy is being diminished. Stoicism teaches us to step back and assess situations from a higher vantage point, allowing us to prioritize what truly matters and delegate effectively. By doing so, leaders empower their teams to take ownership of their roles, fostering a sense of trust and collaboration. Moreover, embracing a broader perspective enables leaders to anticipate challenges and opportunities that may not be immediately apparent. For instance, instead of fixating on daily metrics, a leader with a wider perspective might recognize emerging trends in the industry and pivot strategically to remain competitive. This ability to connect the dots between seemingly unrelated factors is crucial for innovation. It encourages team members to think outside the box and explore new ideas without fear of immediate scrutiny or judgment. To incorporate this Stoic lesson into your leadership style, start by regularly scheduling time for reflection. Ask yourself, how does this decision align with our long-term objectives? Or what impact will this action have beyond the immediate moment? These questions will help you maintain focus on the bigger picture. Additionally, encourage open discussions within your team, inviting diverse perspectives to enrich decision-making processes. By valuing each voice, you create a culture where innovation thrives. In summary, adopting a Stoic approach to perspective allows leaders to rise above the minutiae, enabling them to guide their teams with clarity and vision. This shift not only enhances productivity but also inspires creativity and growth. As we move forward, let's explore how this lesson can be applied in real-world scenarios to elevate leadership practices. Lesson 10. Continuous learning highlights the Stoic emphasis on lifelong growth. suggesting practical ways leaders can stay curious and adaptable, building on the importance of perspective. Another critical Stoic lesson for leadership is the commitment to continuous learning. In a rapidly changing world, the ability to adapt and grow is not just beneficial, it's essential. Stoicism teaches us that wisdom is an ongoing pursuit, and leaders who embrace this mindset can inspire both themselves and their teams to evolve constantly. One of the core tenets of Stoicism is the belief in lifelong growth. Unlike some philosophies that emphasize achieving a final state of wisdom or knowledge, Stoicism encourages leaders to approach life as a perpetual learning process. This means staying curious, embracing challenges, and viewing setbacks as opportunities for growth. For example, instead of shying away from new technologies or unfamiliar ideas, a Stoic leader sees them as chances to expand their understanding and skill set. To apply this principle in practice, leaders can adopt several habits. First, they can commit to reading widely, not only within their field, but also exploring other industries and disciplines. This cross-disciplinary approach fosters creativity and provides fresh perspectives that can inform better decision-making. Second, leaders should actively seek feedback from their team members. Constructive criticism, though sometimes uncomfortable, offers invaluable insights into areas for improvement. Finally, embracing experimentation is key. Encourage your team to test new ideas, even if failure is a possibility. Failure, after all, is simply another form of learning. Moreover, setting aside dedicated time for reflection is crucial. Use journaling or meditation to review past experiences and identify lessons learned. Ask yourself questions like, what could I have done differently in this situation? Or how can I apply what I've learned here to future challenges? Such introspection ensures that every experience becomes a stepping stone toward greater wisdom. In summary, the Stoic emphasis on continuous learning empowers leaders to remain curious, adaptable, and open to change. By integrating these practices into your routine, you not only enhance your own leadership capabilities, but also cultivate a culture of growth within your organization. As we continue our exploration of Stoic lessons, let's consider how this focus on lifelong learning can be woven into real-life leadership strategies. Resilience in adversity is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, and no figure embodies this principle more vividly than Seneca. Let's delve into how Seneca, one of history's most renowned Stoics, faced tremendous challenges with unwavering grace and determination, offering a blueprint for modern leaders encountering their own trials. Seneca lived during tumultuous times in ancient Rome, serving as an advisor to Emperor Nero. Despite his influence, Seneca experienced multiple periods of exile, betrayal, and even accusations of treason, all while maintaining his Stoic ideals. Instead of succumbing to despair, Seneca used these hardships as opportunities to refine his character and deepen his understanding of virtue. In letters to his friend Lucilius, he wrote extensively about enduring suffering without complaint, reminding us that adversity shapes our true nature. One striking example of Seneca's resilience came when he was ordered by Nero to commit suicide. Facing death with composure, Seneca demonstrated remarkable equanimity. He remained calm, ensuring his final moments were dignified and in line with his values. This act of courage underscores the Stoic belief that we cannot control external circumstances, but we can control how we respond to them. For leaders, this lesson is invaluable. When faced with crises, whether organizational or personal, resilience allows you to stay focused on what truly matters. Modern leaders can draw inspiration from Seneca's example by cultivating inner strength and emotional fortitude. To practice this, adopt daily habits like reflecting on potential hardships ahead of time. This technique, called premeditatio malorum, encourages visualization of worst-case scenarios so that, when difficulties arise, they feel less overwhelming. Additionally, frame setbacks as valuable learning experiences rather than failures. ask yourself, what strengths am I developing through this challenge? This shift in perspective can transform adversity into a catalyst for growth. As we move forward, let's consider how resilience, inspired by figures like Seneca, can fortify your leadership journey, enabling you to navigate life's inevitable storms with steadfastness and poise. Next, we'll explore another vital Stoic trait, patience, and its role in effective decision-making, shifting our focus now to another critical Stoic principle, patience, which serves as a cornerstone for effective decision-making, especially in high-pressure environments. Patience is not merely about waiting, it's about approaching challenges with deliberate calmness, allowing leaders to think through problems thoroughly before acting. In today's fast-paced world, where impulsivity often seems rewarded, Stoicism teaches that the best decisions emerge not from haste but from careful reflection and composure. To understand the role of patience in leadership, consider how it enhances strategic thinking. When facing an urgent issue, a patient leader resists the urge to act immediately without considering all angles. Instead, they take a step back, evaluating the situation objectively. This pause creates space for clarity, enabling leaders to weigh long-term consequences alongside immediate needs. As Marcus Aurelius famously put it, our actions may be impeded, but nothing can impede our intentions or our dispositions. This quote encapsulates the Stoic emphasis on maintaining control over one's reactions, regardless of external pressures. For modern leaders, practicing patience involves adopting specific habits. One powerful technique is the practice of delayed gratification. This approach encourages postponing the urge to resolve issues instantly, fostering deeper analysis. For example, when confronted with a challenging decision, write down potential solutions, then revisit them after a day or two. This interval allows your mind to process information subconsciously, often leading to more thoughtful conclusions. Additionally, mindfulness exercises such as deep breathing or meditation can help cultivate patience in moments of stress. Another practical tip is to reframe delays as opportunities. Rather than viewing them as setbacks, use the extra time to gather more data, seek advice, or explore alternative solutions. This shift in perspective transforms impatience into a tool for improvement. Leaders who embrace this mindset find that patience does not slow progress. It enhances it by ensuring decisions are grounded in wisdom rather than urgency. Incorporating patience into your leadership style requires consistent effort, but its benefits are profound. It equips you with the resilience to manage high-pressure situations while fostering trust among team members who appreciate thoughtful and considered leadership. By practicing patience, you set the stage for wiser, more effective decision-making, ultimately steering your organization toward lasting success. Building on the virtues of patience, let's explore another foundational Stoic principle that can revolutionize leadership: the power of simplicity. In a world increasingly overwhelmed by complexity, Stoicism teaches us the value of stripping away the unnecessary, focusing instead on what truly matters. Simplicity in leadership is not about cutting corners or oversimplifying challenges. It's about creating clarity and efficiency in processes, communication, and decision-making. At its core, simplicity allows leaders to cut through the noise and distractions, enabling teams to operate with greater focus and effectiveness. By streamlining workflows, eliminating redundant steps, and reducing unnecessary bureaucracy, leaders can free up valuable time and energy for what truly drives organizational success. For instance, consider the power of clear communication. Instead of lengthy reports and convoluted meetings, leaders who prioritize simplicity focus on delivering concise, actionable messages. This approach ensures that everyone is aligned and working toward shared goals without wasting precious resources on miscommunication or inefficiency. To implement simplicity in your leadership style, start by reassessing your processes. Ask yourself, is this task or step truly necessary? can we achieve the same outcome with fewer steps or resources? One practical example is the 2-minute rule. If a task can be completed in 2 minutes or less, do it immediately instead of delaying or overcomplicating it. This small habit fosters a culture of efficiency and empowers teams to act decisively without unnecessary deliberation. Another critical aspect of simplicity lies in empowering others. Trust your team to take ownership of their roles, allowing them the autonomy to find the simplest, most effective solutions to problems. This trust not only enhances productivity, but also builds stronger, more capable teams. Remember, as Epictetus advised, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Simplifying your leadership style means reacting with clarity and purpose, focusing on what you can control while letting go of the rest. By embracing simplicity, leaders can create an environment where creativity and innovation thrive, unburdened by unnecessary complexity. This Stoic principle empowers both individuals and teams to achieve more with less, setting the stage for lasting success. Moving beyond the power of simplicity, let's delve into two interconnected Stoic virtues that are essential for leadership: gratitude and humility. These qualities may seem simple on the surface, but their impact on relationships, team dynamics, and organizational success is profound. When leaders cultivate gratitude and humility, they create an environment where trust, loyalty, and mutual respect flourish. Gratitude begins with recognizing and appreciating the efforts of others. In a leadership context, this means acknowledging the contributions of every team member, no matter how small. It's not just about saying thank you, it's about genuinely valuing the work that others do and making sure they feel seen and heard. When team members know their efforts are appreciated, they become more engaged, motivated, and committed to the collective mission. Gratitude also fosters a positive work culture, reducing stress and enhancing overall well-being. As Marcus Aurelius once said, "The object of gratitude is the beauty of the world." Humility complements gratitude by encouraging leaders to step back and recognize that success is rarely the result of individual effort alone. Humble leaders understand that they don't have all the answers and are open to learning from others. This openness builds trust because it shows vulnerability and a willingness to grow. By admitting mistakes and seeking feedback, leaders demonstrate that they value the input of their team members, empowering them to contribute their best ideas and solutions. Together, gratitude and humility create a powerful combination. They build strong relationships by fostering a sense of belonging and collaboration. When leaders practice these virtues, they inspire loyalty and respect, turning their teams into cohesive units working toward a shared goal. For instance, imagine a leader who acknowledges their own limitations and invites team members to challenge their ideas. This not only strengthens decision-making, but also builds a culture where everyone feels empowered to contribute. To implement gratitude and humility in your leadership style, start by regularly expressing appreciation for your team's work. This could be as simple as sending a personalized thank you note or publicly recognizing achievements during meetings. For humility, practice active listening and genuinely consider the feedback you receive. By doing so, you'll create an environment where everyone feels valued and encouraged to bring their best selves to the table. In the end, gratitude and humility are not just virtues, they are strategies for building stronger, more effective teams. Integrity as the backbone of leadership, the power of honesty and transparency transitioning from the virtues of gratitude and humility. Let's now examine another cornerstone of Stoic philosophy that profoundly impacts leadership: integrity. At its core, integrity is about being honest and transparent in all actions and decisions. It's the invisible thread that weaves trust into the fabric of any organization. Leaders who prioritize integrity don't just command respect, they earn it through their unwavering commitment to truth and ethics. Consider the example of Warren Buffett, one of the most respected business leaders in modern history. His success isn't solely due to his financial acumen. It's also because of his steadfast dedication to transparency and honesty. In his annual letters to shareholders, Buffett consistently communicates with clarity, openly discussing both the successes and shortcomings of his company. This approach has built an unshakable foundation of trust with his stakeholders, reinforcing his reputation as a leader of integrity. On the flip side, history is littered with cautionary tales of leaders who faltered because they compromised their integrity. Take the case of Enron, where executives engaged in deceitful accounting practices to inflate the company's financial health. When the truth came to light, the fallout was catastrophic, not only for the company but also for its employees, investors, and the broader market. This serves as a powerful reminder that eroding trust is far easier than rebuilding it. Honesty and transparency are not just abstract ideals, they are practical tools that enhance leadership effectiveness. When leaders are open about challenges and setbacks, they create an environment where problem solving is collaborative rather than confrontational. Transparency also empowers teams by providing them with the full context needed to make informed decisions. To embed integrity into your leadership style, start with small but meaningful actions. Be truthful in your communications, whether delivering good news or bad. Share credit generously and take responsibility when things go wrong. Over time, these consistent behaviors will cultivate a culture of trust and accountability. Integrity, unlike many other qualities, cannot be faked. It must be lived, and in doing so, you'll inspire confidence and loyalty in those around you, setting the stage for lasting success. As Marcus Aurelius famously said, the best revenge is not to be like that. In the realm of leadership, integrity ensures that you never have to seek revenge, because trust, once earned, becomes your greatest ally. Building on the importance of integrity, let's delve into another critical Stoic lesson for leadership: emotional detachment. Now, before we proceed, it's important to clarify what emotional detachment really means in the Stoic context. It's not about becoming cold, indifferent, or robotic. Instead, it's about cultivating the ability to make decisions based on reason and rationality rather than being swayed by fleeting emotions. Emotions are natural, and Stoicism doesn't suggest suppressing them entirely. However, it does encourage leaders to recognize when emotions might cloud judgment and take steps to maintain balance. Imagine this scenario: a project is failing and the team is under immense pressure. A leader who acts purely on emotion might react with frustration, pointing fingers, or even despair. On the other hand, a leader practicing emotional detachment would take a step back, assess the situation objectively, and focus on finding solutions rather than assigning blame. This ability to remain calm under pressure fosters trust and reassures the team that they are in capable hands. So, how can leaders practice emotional detachment effectively? First, develop self-awareness. Pay attention to your emotional triggers and reactions. When you notice emotions rising, take a moment to pause and reflect before responding. Second, adopt a broader perspective. Ask yourself, will this matter in 5 years? Or what is truly within my control here? This reframing helps minimize unnecessary stress and keeps decisions grounded in reality. Lastly, cultivate mindfulness through practices like meditation or journaling. These tools strengthen your ability to observe your emotions without being overwhelmed by them. Remember, emotional detachment is not about removing emotions but mastering them. As Marcus Aurelius reminds us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. By balancing emotions with reason, leaders can inspire confidence, drive positive outcomes, and navigate challenges with clarity. Shifting our focus now to a pivotal Stoic lesson for leadership, let's explore the importance of prioritizing contribution over recognition. In today's world, where personal branding and visibility are often emphasized, Stoicism offers a refreshing perspective. It reminds us that true leadership lies in the value we bring to others rather than the attention we receive. This principle is particularly relevant in modern workplaces, where collaboration and shared success are key to achieving meaningful outcomes. Consider the example of a leader named Emily, who heads a technology startup. Instead of focusing on her own accolades or media appearances, Emily directs her energy toward empowering her team. She ensures that her engineers have the resources they need to innovate and that her designers have the creative freedom to explore new ideas. By placing the team's success above her own recognition, Emily fosters an environment where everyone feels valued and motivated to contribute their best work. The result, her company not only thrives but also becomes a model of inclusive and productive leadership. To apply this lesson in your own leadership journey, start by asking yourself a simple yet powerful question. Am I focused on what I can give or what I can get? This self-reflection helps shift your mindset from personal gain to collective progress. Another practical step is to recognize and celebrate the contributions of others. Whether it's through public acknowledgement or private appreciation, highlighting the efforts of your team reinforces the culture of contribution. Moreover, consider how you can align your goals with the needs of your organization or community. When leaders prioritize adding value, they naturally attract respect and admiration without actively seeking it. This Stoic principle teaches us that genuine influence stems from making others successful, not from seeking external validation. By embodying this philosophy, you'll inspire loyalty, trust, and long-term partnerships, ultimately creating a legacy of meaningful impact. Moving forward, let's delve into another critical Stoic lesson for leadership: the art of accepting criticism. Constructive feedback, whether positive or negative, plays a vital role in personal and professional development. Yet, many leaders find it challenging to receive criticism gracefully. Here, Stoicism provides invaluable guidance on how to embrace feedback not as a personal attack but as a chance for growth. For Stoics, criticism is an external event, an occurrence outside of our control. What we do control is our response to it. Rather than reacting defensively, Stoicism teaches us to pause, reflect, and evaluate the feedback objectively. Ask yourself, is this criticism based on truth? Does it offer a path to improvement? If the answer is yes, then it becomes an opportunity to refine your skills and strengthen your leadership abilities. Imagine a leader named Daniel who receives feedback that he tends to dominate meetings, leaving little room for others to contribute. Instead of dismissing the critique, Daniel decides to view it as constructive advice. He actively works on improving his listening skills, ensuring that every team member feels heard. Over time, this shift not only enhances Daniel's leadership style, but also fosters a more inclusive and collaborative environment. To implement this lesson in your own life, start by cultivating a mindset that welcomes feedback. Practice self-awareness to identify areas where you could improve. When faced with negative feedback, approach it with curiosity rather than resistance. Remember, Stoics see challenges as opportunities for learning, and criticism is no exception. By adopting this perspective, leaders can transform even harsh critiques into valuable lessons that propel them toward excellence. A practical exercise to develop this habit involves keeping a journal. Record instances where you receive feedback and analyze your initial reactions. Then, reflect on how you could use this insight to grow. With consistent practice, you'll find yourself increasingly open to feedback, leading to continuous improvement and increased respect from your peers. After all, in the words of Marcus Aurelius, the object of life is not to be on the side of the majority, but to escape finding oneself in the ranks of the insane. Building on the importance of embracing criticism, let's now explore another pair of Stoic virtues that are essential for effective leadership: perseverance and endurance. These qualities go hand in hand, forming the bedrock of resilience and determination. Leaders who exhibit perseverance and endurance not only overcome obstacles themselves but also inspire their teams to push forward, no matter how tough the going gets. Perseverance is the steadfast pursuit of goals despite setbacks, while endurance is the ability to sustain effort over time, even in the face of adversity. Together, they create a powerful combination that allows leaders to stay the course when others might falter. For instance, envision a leader named Elena, who is spearheading a major project that encounters unexpected delays and budget constraints. Instead of giving up, Elena channels her perseverance by revisiting the project plan, identifying innovative solutions, and rallying her team with unwavering optimism. Her endurance ensures that she remains committed to the long-term vision, keeping morale high and motivation intact. To cultivate perseverance and endurance as a leader, it is crucial to adopt a mindset that views challenges as part of the journey rather than insurmountable barriers. This involves setting clear, achievable milestones and celebrating small wins along the way. Additionally, fostering open communication with your team can help distribute the mental load, allowing you to share the burden and draw strength from collective effort. A practical tip is to establish a routine of reflecting on past successes during difficult times, reminding yourself and your team of your capacity to overcome adversity. History offers countless examples of leaders who embodied these qualities. Think of Winston Churchill, whose perseverance during World War II inspired an entire nation to endure the darkest days of conflict. Similarly, contemporary leaders like Elon Musk demonstrate how perseverance and endurance can lead to groundbreaking innovations, even after numerous failures. As Marcus Aurelius once said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Leaders who embrace this philosophy transform challenges into opportunities for growth, not just for themselves but for everyone around them. By embodying perseverance and endurance, you can become the guiding force that leads your team through uncertainty and toward success. Moving forward, let us delve into two interconnected Stoic principles that form the backbone of effective leadership: self-discipline and accountability. These virtues reinforce one another, creating a powerful framework for personal responsibility and ethical conduct. Leaders who embrace self-discipline and accountability not only inspire trust but also set the standard for their teams to follow. Self-discipline is the ability to regulate one's actions in alignment with long-term goals, resisting the pull of short-term distractions. Accountability, on the other hand, involves taking ownership of one's decisions and their consequences, whether positive or negative. Together, they create a culture of reliability and transparency, where every member of the team feels empowered to contribute their best. Consider a leader named Julian, who faces a sudden increase in workload due to an unexpected surge in demand. Instead of delegating irresponsibly or succumbing to stress, Julian applies self-discipline by carefully prioritizing tasks and maintaining focus on high-impact activities. Simultaneously, he demonstrates accountability by openly addressing the challenges with his team, sharing both the pressures and the strategies to overcome them. This dual approach not only keeps Julian grounded but also motivates his team to rise to the occasion. To cultivate self-discipline, leaders can adopt practices such as setting specific, measurable goals and establishing routines that reinforce consistency. Accountability can be fostered by encouraging open feedback and creating environments where mistakes are seen as learning opportunities rather than failures. A practical tip is to regularly evaluate your actions against your stated values, ensuring alignment between what you preach and what you practice. History is replete with examples of leaders who personified these qualities. George Washington, for instance, was known for his unwavering commitment to honor and integrity, qualities that defined his leadership both on the battlefield and in governance. In modern times, leaders like Angela Merkel have demonstrated how accountability and self-discipline can steer nations through crises with steady resolve. As Epictetus reminds us, it's not what happens to you but how you react to it that matters. Leaders who embody self-discipline and accountability react responsibly, transforming challenges into stepping stones for growth. By internalizing these principles, you can lead with integrity and inspire your team to achieve greatness through shared responsibility. Shifting our focus now to another cornerstone of Stoic leadership, making courageous decisions. In a world where uncertainty often paralyzes even the most capable individuals, Stoicism equips leaders with the mental fortitude to face tough choices head-on. Courage, in the Stoic sense, is not about recklessness or bravado. It's about staying grounded in reason while embracing the risks inherent in leadership. Let's consider a scenario where a leader must make an unpopular but necessary decision. For instance, imagine a CEO deciding to shut down an underperforming branch to redirect resources to more promising initiatives. This decision might face resistance from employees and stakeholders alike, yet delaying or avoiding it could jeopardize the company's long-term viability. Stoicism teaches that such moments call for clarity of thought and unwavering resolve, qualities that allow leaders to act in alignment with their values, even when the path is fraught with difficulty. Ancient Stoics like Marcus Aurelius exemplified this principle during times of war and political turmoil. As the Roman Empire faced countless threats, Marcus understood that hesitation in leadership could lead to chaos. He once wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should do, be one." This call to action underscores the importance of decisiveness rooted in virtue and wisdom. By prioritizing the greater good over personal fears or external pressures, Marcus made choices that preserved stability in a volatile world. In modern times, courageous leadership is equally vital. Think of Nelson Mandela, who navigated South Africa through the challenging process of apartheid reconciliation. His ability to forgive oppressors while steering the nation toward unity was a testament to his Stoic mindset, focusing on what truly mattered while letting go of resentment and division. For leaders today, cultivating courageous decision-making involves preparation and reflection. Developing a clear vision, gathering relevant information, and trusting in your judgment all play critical roles. Additionally, practicing Stoic exercises like contemplating worst-case scenarios can help reduce anxiety around decisions, enabling leaders to approach challenges with calm confidence. Embrace the challenge, stay aligned with your principles, and remember, true courage lies in doing what's right, even when it's hard. Building on the theme of courageous decision-making, let us now turn our attention to a foundational Stoic principle that anchors leaders in times of turbulence: inner peace. Inner peace is not merely an absence of stress or disturbance. It is a profound state of calm and clarity that allows leaders to navigate chaos with unwavering focus. For Stoics, this inner tranquility is cultivated through deliberate practice and a commitment to principles that transcend external circumstances. Consider how ancient Stoics like Epictetus emphasized distinguishing between what we can control and what we cannot. By focusing solely on the former, leaders can maintain their composure even when surrounded by uncertainty. When a leader prioritizes inner peace, they become less reactive to external pressures and more proactive in shaping outcomes. This mindset enables them to lead with steadiness, inspiring confidence in their teams. But how does one cultivate such inner peace? The Stoics offer practical guidance. First, engage in daily reflection to examine your thoughts and actions. This practice allows you to identify and release attachments to things beyond your control, freeing your mind from unnecessary burdens. Second, adopt a morning routine that sets the tone for the day. Seneca advised starting each day by reminding yourself of potential challenges and affirming your resolve to face them with grace. Lastly, practice mindfulness, staying present in the moment rather than being consumed by future worries or past regrets. In modern leadership, inner peace manifests as resilience under pressure. Picture a CEO handling a crisis in a media interview. While others might falter under scrutiny, a Stoic leader remains composed, responding thoughtfully rather than reacting impulsively. This poise not only resolves immediate issues but also reinforces trust among stakeholders. By embracing inner peace, leaders can transform chaos into opportunity, emerging stronger and wiser with each challenge. It is this quiet strength that defines the Stoic leader, one who thrives not despite adversity, but because of it. Moving from the concept of inner peace, let us now explore how Stoic principles have shaped examples of courageous leadership throughout history. Courage in the Stoic tradition extends beyond physical bravery. It involves making difficult decisions, standing firm in one's convictions, and leading with unwavering integrity, even in the face of adversity. Take the story of Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and philosopher who ruled during tumultuous times. Despite constant threats to the empire, Marcus embodied Stoic courage by prioritizing the welfare of his people over personal gain. His meditations reveal a leader who wrestled with doubt and fear yet chose to act with deliberation and virtue. When rebellions broke out and invasions loomed, Marcus did not succumb to panic. Instead, he remained steadfast, deploying resources strategically and inspiring his troops with a calm yet resolute demeanor. His courage was not about grand displays of heroism, but rather about consistent action guided by reason and ethics. Another exemplary figure is Nelson Mandela, whose life reflects Stoic principles of courage and resilience. Imprisoned for 27 years, Mandela faced unimaginable hardship but refused to be defeated by bitterness or anger. Drawing on a deep inner strength, he emerged from captivity determined to heal a divided nation. His ability to forgive and his commitment to reconciliation demonstrated extraordinary courage, proving that true leadership often requires the bravery to let go of grievances and focus on building a better future. Fast forward to modern times, and we find Malala Yousafzai embodying Stoic values in her fight for education. After surviving an assassination attempt, Malala could have retreated from public life. Yet, she chose to double down on her mission, speaking out fearlessly against oppression. Her courage lies in her unshakable belief in the power of education and her willingness to risk everything for a cause greater than herself. These examples highlight how courage is cultivated through discipline, self-awareness, and a commitment to principles. For leaders today, these accounts serve as powerful reminders that courage is not innate. It is developed through practice, reflection, and adherence to values. By studying such examples, leaders can learn to confront challenges with grace, wisdom, and an unyielding spirit. Practicing inner peace involves more than simply understanding its importance. It requires deliberate action and consistent practice. Let us now delve into mindfulness exercises and rituals that leaders can incorporate into their daily routines to cultivate tranquility and resilience. To begin, consider the power of morning reflection. Starting the day with a few moments of quiet contemplation can set the tone for calm and focused leadership. Spend 5 to 10 minutes each morning reflecting on your intentions for the day. Ask yourself what virtues you wish to embody and how you can approach challenges with equanimity. This simple ritual helps align your actions with your values, fostering a stable mindset even in turbulent times. Next, embrace the Stoic practice of negative visualization. This exercise involves briefly imagining the worst-case scenarios in various situations. By contemplating potential adversities, you prepare yourself emotionally and mentally, reducing anxiety and increasing resilience. For instance, a leader might visualize a project failing or a key team member leaving. While this may seem counterintuitive, it strengthens your capacity to handle setbacks without losing composure. Another valuable technique is the art of pausing. In the midst of busy schedules, leaders often rush from one task to the next. To counteract this, train yourself to pause before reacting to situations. Take a deep breath, center yourself, and assess the circumstances rationally. This brief moment of hesitation can transform impulsive responses into thoughtful decisions, preserving your inner peace. Additionally, gratitude journaling serves as a powerful tool for maintaining tranquility. Dedicate a few minutes each evening to write down 3 things you are grateful for. This practice shifts your focus from problems to blessings, cultivating a positive mindset that enhances emotional well-being. Over time, this habit fosters a deeper sense of contentment and perspective. Finally, integrate regular periods of solitude into your routine. Whether through meditation, walking in nature, or simply spending time alone, these moments of quiet allow you to reconnect with yourself and recharge. Solitude provides clarity and restores balance, enabling leaders to approach their responsibilities with renewed energy and serenity. By adopting these practices, leaders can build a foundation of inner peace that strengthens their ability to navigate life's inevitable challenges. These rituals are not just habits, they are investments in long-term well-being and effective leadership. Building trust within a team or organization hinges significantly on the principles of gratitude and humility, 2 virtues deeply embedded in Stoic philosophy. Let us now explore concrete strategies that leaders can employ to cultivate an environment where trust flourishes, drawing on these timeless principles. First, consider the practice of public acknowledgement. Expressing gratitude openly for the efforts and achievements of others fosters a culture of appreciation. When leaders consistently highlight the contributions of team members, it not only boosts morale but also sets a standard for mutual respect. This practice encourages individuals to feel valued and motivates them to continue giving their best, reinforcing trust in leadership. Next, humility plays a crucial role in establishing trust. Leaders who admit their mistakes and actively seek feedback create an atmosphere of transparency and honesty. By demonstrating that they are not infallible and are open to learning, leaders encourage their teams to communicate openly and share concerns without fear of judgment. This approach builds a foundation of trust based on mutual vulnerability and understanding. Another effective strategy is leading by example. A leader who consistently exhibits gratitude and humility in their own actions sets a powerful precedent. For instance, taking the time to personally thank team members or humbly acknowledging their own oversights during meetings shows authenticity. Such behaviors inspire team members to adopt similar traits, creating a ripple effect that strengthens interpersonal bonds. Moreover, implementing regular check-ins or one-on-one meetings allows leaders to engage more deeply with their teams. These interactions provide an opportunity to express gratitude for individual contributions and to discuss areas for improvement in a supportive manner. The transparency and care displayed in these conversations reinforce the leader's commitment to the well-being of the team and the organization as a whole. Finally, fostering an environment where everyone feels empowered to contribute ideas promotes trust. Encouraging open dialogue where team members feel confident in sharing their perspectives without fear of repercussions builds a sense of collective ownership and mutual respect. This dynamic ensures that trust is not just a one-way street but a shared value that permeates the entire organization. By integrating these strategies into their leadership approach, leaders can create a workplace culture rooted in gratitude and humility where trust becomes the cornerstone of success. These practices not only enhance productivity but also build enduring relationships that withstand the challenges of the modern world. Controlling one's perceptions is at the heart of Stoicism, offering leaders a profound tool for managing emotions, maintaining composure, and guiding their teams effectively. As Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." This lesson teaches us that while we cannot control external events, we can shape how we perceive and respond to them. Let us now delve deeper into practical ways leaders can harness this Stoic principle. First, understanding the power of perception requires recognizing that our thoughts create our reality. When leaders face setbacks, the challenge lies not in the event itself but in how they interpret it. A missed deadline, for example, could be seen as a failure or as an opportunity to reassess strategies. By reframing challenges, leaders transform potential crises into moments of growth. This mental fortitude allows them to inspire resilience in their teams. A technique to master perception control is mindfulness meditation. By setting aside time each day to reflect on thoughts and emotions without judgment, leaders develop a clearer understanding of their reactions. Another practical approach is journaling, a habit that encourages introspection. Writing down experiences and reflections helps identify patterns in thinking, enabling leaders to challenge negative perceptions and reinforce constructive ones. Moreover, Stoic exercises like premeditation of adversity prepare leaders for uncertainties. By visualizing potential obstacles and planning responses ahead of time, leaders minimize anxiety and enhance decision-making under pressure. Epictetus reminds us, it's not what happens to you but how you react to it that matters. Developing this awareness equips leaders to remain calm and composed even in chaotic environments. Incorporating these practices into daily routines empowers leaders to lead with clarity and purpose. Their ability to control perceptions becomes a beacon of stability for their teams, fostering a culture of adaptability and emotional intelligence. Building on the principles of Stoicism, let us now explore how justice and courage intersect in leadership, offering practical scenarios where these virtues can be applied. When leaders embody justice, they ensure fairness, equity, and integrity in their decisions, while courage empowers them to act boldly and morally, even in the face of adversity. Imagine a leader faced with a difficult choice, implementing a cost-cutting measure that affects employee benefits or preserving those benefits at the expense of short-term profits. Applying the virtue of justice requires evaluating the situation with impartiality and empathy, considering not just the financial implications but also the well-being of employees. Courage in this context is the willingness to communicate transparently and make the best decision even if it is unpopular. This combination of justice and courage builds trust and respect within the team, as employees see their leader prioritizing ethical considerations over personal gain. Another scenario could involve a leader confronting unethical behavior within their organization. Standing up against corruption or bias demands both justice and courage. Justice guides the leader to investigate fairly and address the issue based on facts and principles. Courage enables them to enforce consequences and advocate for systemic changes, even if it challenges the status quo or powerful individuals. Leaders who demonstrate these qualities inspire their teams to act with integrity, reinforcing a culture of accountability. To apply these virtues in real-life situations, leaders can start by reflecting on their values and aligning their actions with them. They can also seek feedback from trusted colleagues, ensuring their decisions are just and fair. Additionally, practicing courage involves stepping out of comfort zones, whether by speaking truth to power or advocating for marginalized voices. Remember, as Marcus Aurelius advised, injustice is a kind of moral weakness. By cultivating justice and courage, leaders not only strengthen their moral fiber, but also empower their teams to thrive in an ethical environment. To wrap up our exploration of Stoic lessons for leadership, let us reflect on the profound impact these timeless principles can have in shaping modern leaders. From embracing fate with Amor Fati to cultivating inner peace amidst chaos, Stoicism offers a robust framework that not only enhances personal resilience but also fosters ethical and effective leadership. By prioritizing virtues such as justice, courage, and integrity, leaders can create environments where trust, accountability, and innovation thrive. The ability to distinguish between what we can control and what we cannot empowers leaders to focus their energy on meaningful actions, avoiding unnecessary stress and micromanagement. Rational decision-making rooted in emotional detachment ensures that choices are guided by logic and wisdom rather than fleeting emotions. Continuous learning and self-discipline keep leaders adaptable and open to growth, making them better equipped to navigate an ever-changing world. As you move forward, consider how these Stoic principles can inform your leadership style. Start small, perhaps by practicing gratitude each day or reflecting on your values regularly. Embrace challenges as opportunities for growth and remember the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius. The universe is change, our life is what our thoughts make it. Apply these lessons with intention, and you will find yourself leading not just with authority but with purpose and integrity. The transformative power of Stoicism lies in its ability to align your actions with your deepest principles, empowering you to inspire others while staying true to yourself. Thank you for joining me on this journey through Stoic philosophy. I invite you to put these lessons into practice and share your experiences in the comments below. If you found value in this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss future content designed to elevate your leadership potential. Together, let's continue refining the art of leading with wisdom and virtue. Let us pause for a moment and consider this. What legacy do you wish to leave as a leader? The Stoics remind us that true greatness lies not in external achievements but in the consistency of our character. As Seneca once wrote, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor." In leadership, this wisdom calls us to focus on what truly matters: our virtues, our principles, and the impact we have on those around us. As you reflect on the lessons we've explored together, ask yourself how you can embody these Stoic ideals in your everyday actions. Will you choose to lead with courage even when it's difficult? Will you cultivate gratitude even in the face of adversity? And most importantly, will you remain steadfast in your pursuit of wisdom, knowing that it is the foundation of all great leadership? Before you go, let me leave you with one final thought from Epictetus. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This simple yet profound truth is the essence of Stoic philosophy. Remember, the power to shape your reality lies within you. If you've enjoyed this journey into Stoicism and its transformative lessons for leadership, I invite you to subscribe to this channel for more insights. Together, we can continue exploring the timeless wisdom that empowers us to lead with purpose, integrity, and inner peace. Thank you for being here, and I look forward to sharing more insights with you soon.